few animals are as terrifying to humans as sharks. These sharp-toothed, quick-swimming predators haunt the dreams of many a beachgoer, and even those who seldom visit the shore. But statistically, sharks pose very little threat to humans. So why are people so afraid of them? That's simple. People are terrified of sharks because getting eaten by a shark would be a really crummy way to die, said David Ropelike, an instructor of risk communication at Harvard University and author of the book, How Risky Is It, Really? Why Our Fears Don't Always Match the Facts. We're not just afraid of things because of the likelihood that they'll happen, but also because of the nature of them if they do happen, Ropelike told Live Science. So it may be unlikely that you'll be attacked by a shark, but it would suck if you did. Just how unlikely is it that you'd get eaten by a shark? Statistically, you have about a 1 in 3,748,067 chance of dying in a shark attack, according to the International Shark Attack File of the University of Florida's Museum of Natural History. To put that into perspective, you're at a much higher risk of dying of heart disease, 1 in 5 chance, of cancer, 1 in 7 chance, or in a car accident, 1 in 84 chance, than you're of being the victim of a shark attack. And even if you frequent the beach during the summer months, you face a greater risk from other beach dangers than you do from sharks. In general, people have a 1 in 1,134 chance of drowning and a 1 in 13,729 chance of dying of sun exposure, according to the International Shark Attack File. But these statistics don't seem to matter to people who fear sharks. Fear of sharks is rooted in the brain, and can be understood by examining what Ropelike called 2 biological truths about how the brain processes information. The first of these truths is that humans are hardwired to respond to information with feelings first and thought second, Ropelike said. The second truth is that, over time, humans tend to respond more with feelings than they do with thinking. In other words, when a person thinks about sharks, he or she isn't really thinking objectively, Ropelike said. Humans tend to feel scared of sharks first and then, at some later point, consider the actual risk that sharks pose, if the individuals consider this at all. Last year, Bader and his colleagues conducted an internet survey in which they asked Americans to divulge how fearful they felt about specific things. The survey didn't include sharks. The results showed that people who reported watching television regularly, including news and crime shows, were more likely than people who didn't watch these programs to think that the rates of certain crimes, such as serial killings, mass shootings and child abductions, had gone up over the past 20 years. In reality, the rates of all these crimes in the United States have declined in the past 2 decades, Bader said. The risk of serial killers and the risk of shark attacks are both extraordinarily low, and these risks have generally gone down over time. But people don't tend to perceive it that way, Bader said. Like they do with crime, people get most of their information about sharks from the media, which can be a problem, said Bader. He added that when one shark attack occurs, media outlets tend to seize the opportunity to report on other examples of such attacks. This heightened coverage can give people the impression that the rate of shark attacks is on the rise, even though it might not be.